Hey guys, it's Steven. How's it going? First thing I wanted to mention was that several of my friends have commented to me that they don't know where to go to read my blog. So, for your convenience, I have added a link in the description section of this video where you can click and go straight to my blog, and from there you can subscribe to it so that you get RSS updates every time I post a new story. In light of some recent news stories about people having to defend themselves with guns in their homes, I thought I would share a couple of thoughts of my own. My friend and I were talking about guns a good portion of the day, and we ended up going to the range, and I observed a few things about how most people were shooting at the range. The first thing I noticed is that a lot of people would tend to put the target all the way down at the end of the range, which is 25 yards. But my assumption is that if somebody's 25 yards away from you, they're probably not a threat at that moment, unless if they're pointing a gun at you. But as far as like a home defense thing, I don't think anybody's home really has a line of sight of 75 feet or more where you need to practice shooting that long of a distance. The second thing I noticed is people would take 10-15 seconds in between shots to make sure that they lined it up as close as they possibly could before they took the shot, and really would worry about getting all of them right dead center, which to me is rather pointless, because if you're taking 10 seconds in between shots, if you miss the first one, somebody can run 10 or 15 yards and attack you before you could even get another shot off. And so my suggestion would be to squeeze off the rounds rather rapidly, and as long as you're hitting the target, you're probably going to hit a person if you're not shooting more than like 7 to 10 yards, in my opinion. The third thing I noticed was that people never practiced drawing their weapon from a holster before they shot, and whereas the range we actually went to, you can't do that. So my opinion would be, find somebody with some land where you can go out there and shoot, practice drawing from a holster, or practice sitting on a chair and trying to get your gun out of its holster that way, not just standing up, and shoot at actual silhouettes, not just targets, because people don't have little red circles painted on them. And if you do always shoot at targets, at least change up their color so that they're not always a red dot, because I think you can become really accustomed to shooting at a red circle, and then you can be thrown a blue target and all of a sudden the people aren't shooting as good. So that's just my 2 cents for the day. I wrote an interesting article on my blog about where you can and cannot carry concealed weapons, and I also included an interesting link at the bottom of the blog regarding being able to conceal carry in colleges and universities. Highly recommend checking out that website as well. It's concealedcampus.org, and let me know what you think. Bye.